God bless you. This is a very important emergency video, and this is truly a national and worldwide, importantly, emergency. The global flat earth elites meet in Davos, Switzerland, of course, and are now rubbing it in everyone's faces that yes, they will be resetting the system exactly as I predicted. They will be tokenizing every single physical asset in the world. They will be resetting us systematically into blockchain, crypto, and Bitcoin specifically, in addition to fiat stablecoins. And yes, I am Christopher Greene. I predicted all of this decades ago. I've made you Bitcoin rich for near multiple decades. I am the inventor and owner, along with my beautiful members, of the largest and most special boutique real estate operation in the world with no bank debt. We are the first soon to tokenize a multi-billion-dollar blockchain into the biggest tsunami, financially speaking, that the world has ever seen. So please like and share. This is a crazy day. The elites are revealing all kinds of stuff, at least compartmentalized to what they want you to know. For example, Donald Trump admitted that they have alien technology you've never heard of. He's been hinting towards this for a long time. The White House and Trump have both admitted that they can bend time, space, reality, that they have WEAPONs, S's you know nothing about. Of course, all the elites, Marco Rubio, the Secretary of the State, former presidents Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, the list go all on and on. Now, all factually, scientifically, this is what they say, I'm not saying I believe it, admit that they have made contact with non-human intelligent entities, also known as aliens, that they have been in contact with UAPs, that they have been in contact with UFOs, that all of that is very real. And I encourage you to look into that independently on your own. Again, that's just what they are saying. I'm not saying that, they are saying it. Okay, so they've been actively soft disclosing aliens, and we just heard this from the central Bank of England, that says there's going to be a catastrophic reset, financial collapse as a result of President Donald Trump announcing to the world that the world will never be the same and we've made contact with aliens. That's literally what they said. There's a huge article on that. I encourage you to follow me on X at AMTV Media before I go private at 150K. But that's actually not even the gravity of this video. I want to explain in fine detail once again, even though I've already detailed all of this decades in advance. I told you that the central bank and Donald Trump would reset the financial system through a new Bretton Woods 3.0 agreement. I told you specifically they would create a financial shock, reprice both gold and silver, which is primarily what the central banks own. Old money and old reserves are gold and silver at Fort Knox and other various locations they don't even tell you about. None of that has been audited, by the way, and it never will be audited, just like you have no right to know and get an audit from the Pentagon, just like they've lost trillions of dollars and they don't know where it went. Again, the American people have zero say. But I told you that what they were going to do through a massive psyop and a strategy to reset the system, they were going to pump their old bags, the old bags of gold and silver, something they already owned. Then taking those to record prices, taking gold to 5,000 an ounce, taking silver, right, to triple-digit returns, all things I predicted. Keep in mind, I mean, I love gold and silver. Guys, I've been selling silver, for example, when it was like $15. Okay, you can go back to all my old videos on that. I've been selling silver since it was 15 bucks. So just understand that. Now, I have been telling you to take profits now due to the gold-silver ratio, the fact that we're up so huge, the fact that I'm getting countless emails and testimonials, which is amazing, and congratulations to all of you. I mean, I have people writing me almost daily now, hey, Christopher, I paid off my credit card debt as a result of your recommendation of silver and selling me silver years ago, over 10 years ago. I've, paid off my college student loans. I've been able to use that money, put it to good use to help my kids or pay off my house. So just understand that. But in full transparency, I'm also now telling you to take 25% at $80, which I personally did. And I took another 25% today, actually. So I'm now 50% out of the silver market specifically, letting the other 50% ride. It's basically free money because we've already made immense returns. And I've rotated that into Bitcoin and crypto. So this is exactly what the central bank, people like Larry Fink, and BlackRock are also doing right now. You have to understand these people are now rotating from the gold and silver they already own to pump, because the easiest thing they can do is artificially pump it, right? For years, they'd artificially suppress gold and silver prices through naked derivatives and Wall Street. They decided to pump it for a reason, not to help retail, right? To help themselves. Now what they're doing is through net neutral purchases, they're going to borrow against that new pot. They're also going to sell into it. And they're going to buy Bitcoin and crypto and stable coins and reset you into the new system and tokenize the entire planet. That's what's going on. And it's not a hard concept to figure out. I told you that Donald Trump is basically getting rid of the central bank and the Federal Reserve. This is why he's federally investigating Jerome Powell at the central bank. He may even attempt to nationalize the central bank. So let me repeat this again. The deep state elites pumped gold and silver for a reason, because they're pumping their central bank reserves to then take those reserves and through net neutral purchases and borrowing through securitization is the fancy term, to now buy all the crypto and Bitcoin. And that is the perfect play for the elites and Larry Fink and all the people at Davos, because now they'll own both baskets. They'll own gold and silver, the entire stock market. BlackRock owns all the stock market, Vanguard, State Street, et cetera. They own everything. They own all the real estate in America. They bought all the single family homes. Even what Donald Trump is doing retroactively makes no difference, because they already own everything. They already bought everything. So it doesn't even matter if they restrict large institutional investors, for example, BlackRock, from buying your single family home in your neighborhood in Detroit, let's say. They already own all of it. You do understand, okay, that the takeover already occurred. So now they've got the best of both worlds. They have all the gold and silver. They've got all that vaulted. Now they've got all the Bitcoin and crypto. Now what they're going to do is what I've been predicting for a very long time, and that's wreck the American people, destroy, and arguably, I have to say it's a metaphor, exterminate the middle class for good. And that's what they're going to do. So now what you're going to see is a massive rotation into Bitcoin and crypto. The golden age has officially been unlocked, and I'm telling you here first, this is the bottom. This is the absolute bottom. You will never see Bitcoin again. And by the way, it's even pumping right now. And I was saying this earlier this morning when it was trading at 88K. The elites will destroy you. They're going to destroy your entire way of life. They're going to pump crypto to catastrophic levels. They're going to reset the entire system into stable coins. And if you don't own it, you're a fool. You're an idiot. Again, Warren Buffett, he might be good at some things, even though I don't like the man and I'm not a fan, because he's a bailout king. Okay, he loves those bailouts. Loved Obama. Remember when they put that thing around his neck? You know, just like you put a thing around a dog. Okay? Told you Bitcoin was rat poison squared. He's been wrong. Charlie Munger's in the grave. And I predicted that too, that Bitcoin would hit 100K and he won't even be around. And my prediction came true. Same thing for Warren Buffett. Buffett probably won't even be alive to see Bitcoin at $1 million plus. And he's a terrible investor in tech. It took Warren Buffett literally for Apple computers to go above $1 trillion before he considered a measly investment in it. I mean, how late can you be? He even admitted this. Like, he's the latest to tech that we've ever seen. So understand this is happening now. This is the plan. This is the reset. This is the transfer of power. And it's why people like me and people that have listened to me and that have been in my schools for multiple decades now are rich, because they bought Bitcoin before everybody else. Now I'm telling you exactly what the next biggest thing in the world is. Tokenized, real, world, assets with no bank debt. Tokenized, real, world, assets with no bank debt. Tokenized, real, world, assets with no bank debt. Tokenized, real estate. I've been repeating myself over and 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 over again. And now after repeating myself like a parrot, which I have to do because it won't sink in unless I keep repeating myself over and over again with 10,000 plus videos, which I've produced since 2008 or 9, having invented the alternative media television. You're welcome. Now the elites are saying it. Oh, yeah, Bitcoin's the future. We're moving to stable coins. Larry Fink is on camera today, and I'm not going to play the footage because he's a cuck. But he was on camera today saying, yeah, they're going to tokenize everything. We must rebuild public trust, and we're going to tokenize all real estate in America, all natural resources. We're going to tokenize the entire stock market. And for those of you that don't know, I also predicted that. And guess what was announced this week? The New York Stock Exchange will be tokenized in a 24/7 market. So again, you're all going to be left behind if you don't take my advice. You're all going to be destroyed. You're all going to be in poverty. You're all going to be weeping in the future because you didn't listen to your freaking general here. Do not comply. Get rich. Exit the banks. The dollar is dead. Get out of the US dollar. Buy Bitcoin, buy crypto. Your very life depends on it. Your financial future, your legacy, your children's future, and your grandchildren's future. And more importantly, the reason why I'm making you rich, so you can actually resist a little bit more easily in the future. You know, when you have options and choices, that's the power of wealth. It's a lot easier to resist versus when you're sucking on the little you-know-what of the nanny state and you're depending on your next check from the crony government. So when they go down and there's bank runs in the United States and capital controls, like I've also predicted along with Ray Dalio, you're crap out of luck. I want you rich. I want you prosperous. I want you non-compliant. I want you out of the banks. I want you enjoying your life. I want you to grow your giant diamond balls along with me. Look, folks, I'm going to be honest. There's a reason why I'm rich. Other people aren't. Way ahead of the curve. I identify trends decades before everybody else. And then I put my balls on the table and I go all in. Other people are risk averse. But here's the beauty of it. You don't have to take that much risk to get rich. It's so easy. All you have to do is take a portion of your portfolio, buy a little Bitcoin, buy a little crypto, rotate out of your already extraordinarily performing gold and silver I've been recommending for years. You know, hold some of it and let it ride, but definitely take some profits. My dad always tells you this too on camera. I mean, you're never going to regret taking profits of a parabola. Have you seen the gold and silver charts? Now, silver is a little played out at the moment because it's gone stratospheric. If you look at the gold silver ratio, it also is saying in bold warning sign language, sell, 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 sell. And that doesn't mean that I don't think silver can go to 150, even $200 an ounce, but I'll be taking more profits into that. And if we get to $200 an ounce, I'm going to be completely out at that point. I just want you to understand, again, where the smart money is. The smart money has been buying Bitcoin, and the elites have duped the American people because they know you're stupid, not you. You guys are all smart. You tune into me. You tune into this channel. But let's face facts. The elites know the American people largely are stupid and are easily controlled, easily manipulated, and easily, you know what, slapped across the face. I'll keep it family friendly. They know they can lock them down anytime they want. They can do whatever they want, and they know they can change any rules that they want, make any laws they want, and bail themselves out as much as they want to their sweetheart desire. And they know the American people won't do crap. They know they're not going to be in the streets. They know they're not going to protest. They know they will do what they are told, and they know that they're weak. And let's be honest, folks, are they wrong? I'll let you answer that question. Again, we saw how the world reacted in 2020. Most people complied because they're weak cucks. And that's just the truth. That's the honest, hardcore truth. So I encourage you to be strong. Again, I've been vindicated across the board. I told you were being deceived through that entire period. I was proven right. I told you there was no body bag stacking up, and I told you it was all fine. And we're all still standing here, richer, better than ever. And I could say a lot more, but I'm going to keep it PC and family friendly. Again, I can't even say some of these words. I can't even tell you where the elites are today. You do understand that because of the algorithms. Okay, so I hope you understand what's happening now. Again, they have greenlit, and I'm telling you straight up right now, this is the golden age unlocked. And it's all a show. They will create order out of chaos. They are now in process of pumping Bitcoin and crypto. It's going to stratospheric, catastrophic levels. And you will be weeping when Bitcoin hits $1 million a coin. And you heard it here first, and you've heard it here for decades. Because I've been saying the same darn thing since I launched BitcoinRich.com. So just understand who's gotten it right, who's been right, whose predictions are accurate. Again, I told you that they're building a bunker and a data mining AI hive mind system and a central nervous system underneath the east wing of the White House. And it's not a ballroom. And it's not a place to go dancing and put on your zoot suit and enjoy a cocktail. No, they do everything in wide open. That's just a front. And now it's been admitted, just like I said, in the mainstream media, not that I believe them, is coming out and saying, yes, they're actually building a large bunker under the east wing. This is now a fact. Again, I predicted this months ago. People laughed and mocked, and now it's just a fact. And I'm telling you straight up now, President of the United States, Donald Trump, will announce that you're not alone in this universe very soon. I know you don't want to hear it. You don't even want to share it because it scares you. But Donald Trump will announce you are not alone in the universe very soon. It's why he established the Space Force, guys. And in the bills of 2020, look closely. Most of the legislation has AI in it, which was just announced after the 2020 event for a reason, and specifically because it's the roadmap and they've always had the technology in addition to UAPs and other alien technology. That was the purpose of the bills. That's why they did everything. And I get it, guys. You don't want to share it. It's over a lot of people's heads. I know. It sounds crazy, right? The President of the United States and world leaders are going to tell you you're not alone in the universe and aliens are real. Yes, they absolutely are going to do that. It's a psyop. Don't believe any of it. It's all lies, but they're going to do it. Okay, remember when I told you they'd lock down the entire world and put diarrhea diapers on your face and you told me I was lying and that wasn't going to happen? Well, it did. Again, I'm right again. So again, my track record is perfection. Our track record here on this channel is #1 in the world for a reason. And I've been doing this for a very long time for a very specific reason. So when I say something, listen to what I freaking say. So we are in the reset now. This is the bottom of Bitcoin and crypto. You have very little time left to scale in. You have very little time left to exit the banks. My good friend, fellow billionaire Ray Dalio said earlier today, we are on the brink of war now as a result of the currency crisis, fiat collapse, the Japanese yen carry trade, which I've covered extensively for years. Because again, this stuff is so obvious. If you haven't been able to see it, you're honestly not that smart. You're not that good at chess. You don't even understand the game of checkers, okay? If you couldn't understand 2 decades ago that the elites will never pay back the debt, and they do whatever they want. They're going to establish a new order and a new system, and they're going to invent new technology and call it stable coins and transfer everyone into it while they wipe out the middle class in a hyperinflationary collapse and send your butt to war. You're just not that smart, okay? And that's why you've been run over, and that's why you're being destroyed, and that's why your life sucks balls. So listen to what I'm freaking saying. This is what's happening. This is what's going on. Again, I love you guys. Jesus Christ is King. You are watching theater. You are watching a show. They are creating order out of chaos. Look, I love Trump, but let's remind ourselves too, he is a reality television star. He loves the cameras and he loves attention. He's a great guy. He's doing great things, but let's not forget that. It's a show. It's there for entertainment. Case in point, guys, you think if it was really disruptive that Donald Trump would be invited to the deep state's meeting in Davos? Oh yeah, come on in. You're disrupting everything and destroying the new system. Yeah, come on in and just give your speeches and hang out with us and have creme brulee and cappuccinos. Of course not. It's all one big club. You ain't in it. You've been freaking conned, okay? And if any of these people were a real threat, we know where they would be in the ground, okay? Come on, guys. Let's just be honest with ourselves here. Understand the reality of what you live. January 21st, exit the banks. We are at maximum fear and the bottom in crypto and Bitcoin. You are an idiot not to buy. I'm going to come on camera in a few months and I'm going to tell you again, you are an idiot not to buy because we will be trading at new all-time golden age unlocked records. Trump is sending us into a golden age, golden dome, prosperity zone. You heard it here. He's told you he's going to do this and they are going to pump this stuff to infinity. The Trumps are all in. They own and been buying all the Bitcoin. They're smart. They're the insiders. Look at what they do, not what they say. They're all in. They got Bitcoin mining operations. They're launching coins every day of the week. All of their new stock IPOs are all focused on crypto and Bitcoin. The Trumps own more crypto and Bitcoin than they do all of their real estate holdings. So understand that fundamental truth of where things are going. Yes, it's a total rig job. Of course it is. Your life has been rigged. The deep state elite, the fake institutions, all of these people are in power and in control. They dictate policy. You have no say. They don't care what you think. You have no influence on what they do next. Whether or not Donald Trump acquires Greenland or not is completely in his control and those in power, not you. Your vote doesn't count. None of it matters, okay? Your vote didn't matter in 2020 when you were locked in your house and your business was destroyed. And they prohibited travel. And they got rid of the Constitution. You have no say. The only thing you can do is focus on yourself, get rich, be smarter than the machine, smarter than the elites, have faith in God, never comply, do big, bold things, grow some diamond balls, and join Christian communities like ours. Those are your only options. That is the solution. Then you build vibrant communities. You dominate life. You live with passion, okay? You do big things. You believe in yourself. Don't let these dirty scumbags be the only people owning all the Learjets. Don't let these dirty pieces of crap be the only people that own all the real estate worldwide. Don't let these demonic people be the only people to own all the Bitcoin. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. BlackRock will be owning all the Bitcoin, not you, because you didn't buy it. You've been allowing these people to scale in, steal your bags, and wreck you once again. I told you to buy gold and silver when it was pennies on the equivalent USD. I told you to buy Bitcoin when it was pennies on the you-know-what. And I'm telling you to buy now. You have seen nothing yet. Bitcoin is fractional. It is divisible. It is unconfiscatable. It is private. It is deflationary. It is built through confirmations worldwide that is completely decentralized. It is the only off-ramp outside of sovereign governments and collapsing fiat currencies. As much as I love gold and silver, you can't put it in your backpack, okay? Flee your collapsing country without it being confiscated in customs. Your only options are to bury it in the ground or leave it behind. Countries are going to collapse as this process goes on. It might even be in the United States. Who the heck knows? Again, massive impeachment proceedings coming this year. It'll be another massive distraction. Donald Trump's even backtracked on some of his threats on Greenland. Says now he's not going to militarily attack, even though he threatened that before. It's all a show. Now he says he's going to purchase it. $700 billion, $100K per Greenlander, or whatever it is. Greenlandier sounds better. It's all a show. They're mocking you, the public. They are in full control. All of these dicks are still in power. None of them have been held accountable. No single too big to fail banker has been prosecuted. You were ripped off and you are a slave if you allow these people to control your life. Exit the system. Maintain financial, physical, economic, spiritual sovereignty. Take self-agency over your life and get incredibly close to God, because when they go full alien reveal, it's going to be pandemonium in the United States. A lot of people are not going to handle public disclosure of aliens, dude. A lot of people are going to freak out, okay? World religions will collapse. It's going to be freaky. Trust me on this. When Donald Trump and all world leadership says we're all in this together with the aliens, it's going to go freaking cray-cray a little bit. Now, I think generally people will accept it over time, even though it's all a hoax and it's all going to be a lie. That's why I've prepped you long in advance. But there's going to be some disruption. Guess what it's going to do? It's hilarious, actually. It's going to pump all of our Bitcoin bags. It's going to pump all of our crypto. And it's going to pump all the golden age new technology, which is the plan. Elon Musk is going to be revealing hidden occult technology of flying Tesla cars soon. He's already told you he's going to do this on the Joe Rogan show. It's all a part of the plan. Again, for you to take the mark, to merge with the microchips, to merge with all that stuff. It's all a part of the plan. It's a weapon to control your mind. So is AI. All AI is a language, all it is a language learning model that the deep state elites created. It's not God. Just the deep state elites created a demonic learning language model, and then they've given it to you. Why? To circumvent God so that they're in power, to remove your frequency in connection with God so that they own you, and that you're constantly trapped in their wavelength and you know no other truth but ChatGPT or Grok. And that's the only reason it's been created, and it's just why Elon Musk signed a massive deal with the Pentagon, because it's all Black Ops, X, deep state. That's all it is. So again, guys, be smarter than the machine. Understand where this is going. I get it. It's uncomfortable. I understand. It sounds like lunacy. I sounded like a lunatic when I told you to buy Bitcoin under 1,000. Remember I had the $100 million check and I told you I'd cash it? Remember when I told you that? Cashed that long time ago, because I was right. So of course I was ecstatic. Of course, when I discovered Bitcoin under $1,000 and knew it would make all of you diamond-nutted rich, change all of your life and give you prosperity, of course you're going to sound like a lunatic. Just like I probably sound like a lunatic now, because I'm telling you Donald Trump's going to reveal aliens to you. And so are all the rest of these deep state cuck pricks, like Larry Fink. And that's exactly what they're going to do. And the American people are going to eat it up like apple pie, dude. Like, they're going to love it. They're going to love these aliens. They're going to love all that fake reality and lies. It is easier to deceive the American people with bold-faced dog crap and lies than it is to tell them the truth. That they don't understand. The truth. What? But tell them what they want to hear. Feed them dog crap with a spoon, and they will eat that crap up, and they will do it with a smile. And we saw most people and populations do that in recent years. And it's going to happen again. Again, why are they putting these on you? Why are they putting these on you? Why are they doing all these things? Okay? Why have they soft conditioned Alexa in your house? Why are they listening and spying on you all the time? How come all of your information is illegally and anti-constitutionally being data mined into a grid somewhere? How have they been able to get away with that? Just feeding you the dog crap as you smile. Feel free to resist peacefully, or don't. Comply and stay broke and be taken over and absolutely destroyed. They are building a two-tier system of ivory towers for the elites, just like Hunger Games. And they're going to destroy and control and manipulate everyone else. And that's the grid that they have built. And again, their goal, they've stated it publicly, is to create an all-seeing eye AI surveillance system, which you're being watched, tracked, in restricted zones, and prohibited from doing anything that has any semblance or enjoyment of freedom. And they tell you you're going to behave because you're going to be under constant surveillance. Again, folks, feel free to resist or don't. Feel free to get rich or don't. Stay on the sidelines, watch and learn, and be absolutely brainwashed and mentally lobotomized, because you heard it here first. The deep state elites, in addition to transferring the financial system, which I know some people care about that more, but it's actually a much bigger issue that they're revealing aliens. But I know that's a little far-fetched, so let me keep it on the economics. I know most people, all they care about is gold and silver and all that kind of stuff, and Bitcoin, which I've been really good on, and geopolitics. But I'm also telling you what these psychopaths are doing next. These people are psychopaths. You do understand that. They're literal psychopaths. Psychopaths are in charge of the learning language models. They're the ones that invented them. Psychopaths are in control of all these institutions, not normal people. So understand that. Soft disclosure, Pentagon revealed, right, all this stuff. The flying you-know-what's in the sky. Marco Rubio tells you, yes, they're real. There is technology that they call crypto-terrestrial, right? That means in and out of the earth, okay? And officials, government officials, and your intelligence agencies now tell you, this is straight up fact. These are not my opinions. They straight up tell you they have seen alien non-human life, intelligent non-human life. Without a shadow of a doubt, this is what they're saying. They're soft disclosing. Why? Because AI, like I told you, which a lot of you don't listen to me, is alien invasion. That's what I told you. Go look at the bills. 2020 was about that, not what you think it was. So get it through your freaking head. My video that spread all over the world and then got rabbit holed for various reasons, had 3 million views in less than 24 hours, was my vision from God of the giant thing in the sky. It was a metaphor for the greatest deception in world history. And what it really means is the Antichrist is rising. And God and Jesus is at our doorstep. Folks, it's easy. Get your money out of the banks. Listen to exactly what I say. Take my actionable advice. I have to say I'm not a crappy financial advisor. Your financial advisor sucks freaking balls. Drives a freaking Hyundai. I fly in Learjets and I drive Lamborghinis, and we own real estate soon to be all over the world. Okay, folks, I told you to buy Bitcoin under 1,000. So of course I'm not a crappy financial advisor. I'm your freaking general with diamond nuts. I'm a freaking baller along with all of you. We are the Christian mafia billionaire superclass. We've defeated the deep state pricks. Understand this. We work for God and no one else. Links below. Call, text my dad at Papa John at 808-442-2934. That's 808-442-2934. Hard hitting and in your face. I just revealed to you exactly what's happening, how they'll reset the system out of gold and silver. I told you that years ago and months ago, and it's happened now. Look, guys, they're not pumping gold and silver because they like you. Oh, they want to make retail rich. Oh, yeah. No, they're pumping it to reset the system. Central banks own the most large aggregate gold and silver holdings and reserves in the world. They're going to pump their own bags, then they're going to move it all into the new system. That's all that's happened. It's just logic. And again, I was able to figure this out years ago because, again, it's thinking. It's called critical thinking and logic. You have to put yourself in their shoes. What are they going to do? Manipulate, fool, and deceive. Pump their own backs, and then they're going to buy all this stuff they're resetting the new financial system into. And then they're going to get rid of everyone, destroy the middle class, create massive hyperinflation, and voila, like a magician, pull a rabbit out of a hat called a stable coin. Hey, there's a new system now. Nope, we never paid back the debt. Remember when I told all you that Doge and Elon Musk wouldn't even save a penny? Remember I told you that? A lot of you hated on me for it. I was right. Not a single penny saved. The U.S. criminal debt is at a record high. I think they printed $5 trillion since Elon Musk went with his clue finder. It was all a show. It was all freaking theater. These pricks have spent more money in the history of God, and it's why you're poor. Do you know 60% of Americans now have a net worth of about $1.4 million? Because $1 million isn't worth anything anymore. $1 million is the equivalent of like 60K in the 1960s. It ain't worth crap because the US dollar's trash. Once you understand that, you'll understand Bitcoin a lot more. You'll understand what sovereignty means. You'll understand what an off-ramp truly means. Again, the play has been what I've said. Gold, silver, cash flows, capital gains. I told you real estate prices would triple across the country during the lockdowns. They did. I told you to buy Bitcoin under 6,500 during the 2020 lockdowns. Skyrocketed over 126K. I told you to buy long before that under 1,000. We've gotten it all right. I told you they would reset the system and they would not ban crypto. They would embrace it because it's all a part of the new system. I told you the governments wouldn't shut it down. I told you future presidents would declare it the new currency, which is exactly what Donald Trump has done. How did I get all that right? Guys, it's not hard. It's critical thinking. It's understanding the playbook and the roadmap I've revealed sequentially and through an absolute predictable sequence for thousands of videos worldwide across multiple platforms for literal decades. All glory to God. I give all glory to him. I kneel for Jesus Christ the King. I'm here to help you. I love you and I care about you. And I am passionate for what I do for a reason because the elites hate your guts. They're destroying you. They're removing your rights, your liberty, and your freedom. And it's about to get worse if you don't take my exact advice today. And you need to call my father at 808-442-2934. And you RSVP now because your life depends on it. $200K minimum all the way up to $2 to $3 million. Fractionally owned, 100% equity rights, no freaking bank debt, all the capital gains, interest, income, live your investment, enjoy your investment, and tokenize with us 1,000 freaking X in 2026. The time is running out, folks. We only have till 2030 to do this. You understand that, right? By the time 2030 comes, for most of the world, it's over. The ability to innovate, the ability for entrepreneurship, and the ability for freedom of your children and your family and your grandchildren and legacy will pretty much all be over. And that's what is so amazing about our 400 investor members because you guys are so freaking amazing. I've got grandparents, I've got parents, I've got families, I've got fathers and sons, daughters and mothers, aunts, the list goes on and on. I've got young people all in with a common vision, a common ethos, rooting for each other, building real world teams, living their investment, protecting their money and their wealth, and building it into the future in the only Christian-led network that is in existence in the world today. No one else has a solution. No one else has a solution. No one else is doing anything in the real world. No one else has a solution. They're just media podcasters or pundits. That's it. They complain. They tell you what's coming. They talk about the tyranny daily. No one has a solution. My life's purpose is the solution. The digital Noah's Ark was given to me by God because I am the digital modern Noah. Just like Moses had his staff and he had faith in God and he separated the seas. I began building the ark with the same faith, the same steadfastness. Again, billionaire, Christian, mafia, Navy SEAL team, super class. Get it through your freaking head. Links below and up here. God bless. Here are terms and disclaimers at islandproject.com. We will be announcing our live event imminently. Deck 2 will go live and we're only taking 100 investors. See our terms. God bless you. Jesus Christ is Lord. This is your last chance to get in.